Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Thursday, the 3rd of October. I had to think about that one then. I'm thinking, is it Wednesday or Thursday? And then I realised the bins got taken out last night. There seems to be something really bizarre going down in the world of royal life and gossip. Now, we are all aware with exactly what Princess Catherine is going through. We also know the absolute jealousy that runs through a certain someone on the other side of the Atlantic. Now, there seems to be some weirdness because when Princess Catherine, went very quiet and this whole Where's Kate absolute drama cropped up. I mean, it was wild. It was downright disgusting and wild. Where's Catherine? Where's Catherine? And it turns out everybody had egg on their faces when she actually popped up and said, this is what I'm going through. Some people still continued with that disgusting attack on her, but most people, most sensible people that didn't have any sense before, stopped the trolling of her because she was quite clearly going through something seismic. And the harassment that she endured was quite frankly disgusting. And that whole Where's Kate issue was... I have no words, really. But the reason why I talk about this is twofold. This is the first reason. Daily Telegraph yesterday in their features element of their paper. Where's Meghan? Are we doing this again, are we? Are we that jealous that Where's Meghan has to get on that bandwagon? We've had Where's Kate, now Where's Meghan? Because Harry is being seen very prominently out there without Meghan Markle. So when this popped up, I was like, that seems rather familiar. And quite frankly, nobody is asking where Meghan is apart from the media. They're doing the obvious Harry stepping out alone and trying to rebrand his reputation. And it's rather funny that he's doing all of these so-called quasi-royal tours now because he seems to be in South Africa on another solo trip. And a lot of people are saying that he's trying to find his purpose again. But isn't it funny that this whole Where's Meghan pops up, one, while Harry is away on his solo trips, because he was also in the UK for one day at the Well Child Awards, where he, in my opinion, looked extremely jittery and very much overreacting, almost as if he was hamming up his facial and hand expressions. Lots of jazz hands were going on. But really, while I'm prattling on, is what I'm trying to get at is that, do you not find it odd that Princess Catherine went through the whole horrid Where's Catherine, and now seems to be Meghan wants a bit of the action too? Now, it used to be the fact that the Telegraph, where this Where's Meghan's piece came from, used to be one of the only British tabloids that Harry and Meghan actually dealt with. They were on their approved list of tabloids that they would spoon feed very selective information. Not so much these days, I suppose, but they do err on the side of a pro-Harry and Meghan paper. They're also very pro-William and Catherine too. But I just find it very, very odd that this popped up yesterday, Where's Meghan? Exactly the same words as Where's Kate? And it got me scratching my head. Because there is another reason that I scratched my head yesterday. Now, Princess Catherine did a small engagement yesterday at Windsor Castle, where she met with a fellow cancer sufferer, Liz Hatton, who's 16, who's battling a rare and aggressive tumour. Quite frankly, Princess Catherine looked beautiful. We've also had the announcement that Princess Beatrice is expecting her second child. So we've had two positive stories with regards to the royal family, which is why, as I said, second scratching of the head moment. When I read this blind from Crazy Days and Nights, alarm bells started ringing off in my head. Says the illiterate one, which is how they always refer to Meghan Markle, had a lunch with a woman who runs a surrogate agency. Is this the way she plans on getting people on her side, or was it just lunch? Now, the reason why I'm scratching my head and alarm bells are going off inside my brain was because this seemed like a really convenient time for this blind to suddenly pop up. Somebody is desperate for attention. Now, you've got to be living under a rock if you've not heard the surrogacy theories. And that includes Meghan Markle. I'm sure she has heard those theories all over the place. Isn't it convenient that we have this beautifully positive story about Princess Catherine? We have the very happy news about Princess Beatrice, and then suddenly something huge pops up on a blind that everybody's been alluding to for many, many years now, and oh, poof, everybody's talking about Meghan Markle and the surrogacy rumours. We all know that it was Princess Eugenie's wedding that Meghan Markle announced her pregnancy, so-called pregnancy, to the world by doing the whole coat flip and voila. Oh my God, is she pregnant? Is she pregnant? Why is she not doing her buttons up? Oh my God, she's pregnant. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This screams of pay attention to me. And now I'm wondering, are these blinds being fed by the megalomaniac herself? I'm not suggesting all the blinds because some of them are quite negative towards her. But this one doesn't make sense because both Harry and Meghan have made it very, very clear they only want 2 children. They made a huge hoo-ha about protecting the environment, and that's why they're only choosing to have 2 children, giving a swipe towards William and Catherine. Do you not find it odd that on this day of all days, where 2 positive news pieces of information have come out in the media with regards to the royal family, one of them is a pregnancy announcement, that this pops up? Now, regular listeners of this channel will know that I do not believe in coincidences. Now, this has even been used to stir up speculation, and it actually happened that Meghan Markle just casually went to lunch with a surrogate agency owner. Why would you do that anyway? Or it's been fed to Crazy Days and Nights for this very reason, to drum up interest, or so-called interest, of what Meghan Markle is doing, feeding into the whole "where's Meghan" debacle. On playing devil's advocate, you've got to then think, actually, well, maybe this is just a coincidence and she's meeting with the surrogacy agency owner, so she makes sure that everything is remaining intact and nothing gets out, because a lot more people are speaking about it. But surely that could have been done privately. And if this lunch did in fact take place, and it's a big if, why was it not done privately? Why did you go out to lunch? It seems so calculated. And I'm just spitballing here because we've had the blind with regards to her dropping a lawsuit because she realised, or she was told, that her OBGYN would testify. And if you haven't seen that video, I popped a link up in the right hand corner. Doesn't it seem weird that literally a few days later this blind pops up? You know, Princess Catherine is back and boof, loads of Meghan Markle blinds and loads of "where's Meghan" are popping up. I just find it rather odd that this particular story has popped up on Crazy Days and Nights, and there's so many ends to it and so many theories. It's so ambiguous. But if true, why would Meghan Markle be meeting with a surrogate agency? And if it's fed directly through to Enty from a source, cough cough Meghan, is it all to get the attention on her again? If so, it's failed massively because it almost legitimizes the theories of the surrogacy prior to all of this. It's just such a strange concept to me. And normally I can get quite a good handle on things that are swirling around Meghan and Harry. But this one I just can't seem to grasp. Personally, I'm leaning on this being planted to feed speculation and to gain attention. Also, how would anybody know that it was a surrogacy rep? It's so bizarre. Nobody would recognise somebody from a surrogacy firm whatsoever, would they? And it's bizarre, the fact that we had Beatrice's announcement and then only a few hours later, up pops this blind. But if this blind is planted, what does she actually get out of it? How can it possibly work in her favour? So it's either a secret meeting, or it's completely planted, or Enty from Crazy Days and Nights is using it as clickbait. Again, personally, I think it absolutely reeks of desperation. And we've seen in the past, while Harry is away, often we get some form of car park pap shoot, or car parkle Markle, but this one just doesn't sit right with me. Here's another theory. And I mentioned in the video that I did with regards to what is Meghan scared of, I mentioned about the German documentary that is bubbling under the surface right now. Could this be her trying to go directly to the surrogacy agency to try and make sure that all stories align. If this is true, I don't believe that this is about a third pregnancy. I think it is about previous pregnancies. But personally, I still think this reeks of desperation and this reeks of pay attention to me. But of course, I would love to know what you all think about this. Do you genuinely think that Meghan Markle has met up with the owner of a surrogacy agency? And why would that be the case? Why do you think that she would meet up with a surrogacy agent? While Harry's away, I might add. Or do you just think this is more smoke and mirrors and a cry for attention? And do you think that this is a genuine blind or a planted blind? And who planted it and why was it planted? As always, I would love to know your thoughts.
Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.